Alright, Acts chapter 14. And it came to pass in Iconium that they went both together into the surge of the Jews, and so spoke that a great multitude both of the Jews and also of the Greeks believed. And the unbelieving Jews stirring up the Gentiles, and made their minds evil affected against them, the brethren. Long time therefore abide thy seeking bodily, and the Lord which gave testimony unto the world of his grace, and granted signs and wonders be done by their hands. But the multitude of the city was divided, and part held with the Jews, and part with the apostles. And when there was an assault made both of the Gentiles and also of the Jews with their ruler to use them despiteful and to stone them, there they were of it, and fled into Lystra and Derbe of Lycia, and unto the region that lieth around about. And there they preached the gospel. And there sat a certain man at Lystra, important in his feet, being a corrupt from his mother's womb, who never had walked. The same heard Paul speak, who steadfast beheld him, and preaching that he had faith to behold, said with a loud voice, Stand upright on thy feet. And he leaped and walked. And when the people saw what Paul had done, they lifted up their voice, saying in the speech of Lystra, These gods are come down to us in the likeness of men. And they called Barabbas Jupiter, and Paul Mercia, because he was the chef speak. Then the priest of Jupiter, which was before their city, brought oxen and garland into the gates, and would have done sacrifice with the people, which when the apostle Barabbas and Paul heard of, they rent their clothes and ran in among the people, crying out and saying, Sirs, why do we these things? We also are men of like passion with you, and preach unto you that ye should turn from these Gentiles unto the living God, which made heaven and earth and the sea and all the things are therein, who in time past served all nations to walk in their own ways. Nevertheless, he left not himself without witness, in that he did not good, and gave us rain from heaven, and fruitful season, filling our hearts with food and gladness. And with these sayings secure restrain they the people that they had not done sacrifice unto them. And there came there certain Jews from Antioch and Iconium, who pursued the people, and having stoned Paul, drew him out of the city, supposing he had been dead. Howbeit, as the disciples stood round about from, he rose up and came unto the city, and the next day he departed with Barnabas to Derbe. And when they had preached the gospel to the city and had taught many, they returned again Lystra and Iconium to a church, confirming the souls of the disciple and exhorting them to continue in the faith of that we must through much tribulation enter into the kingdom of God. And when they had ordained them elders in every church and had prayed, which fasting they command them to the Lord, on whom they believed. And after they had passed through, they came to Paphos. And when they had preached the word in Perga, they went down into Alternia, and there sailed to a church from where they had been recommended to the grace of God for the work which they fulfilled. And when they were come and had gathered to the church together, they released all that God had done with them, and how he had opened the doors of faith unto gather. And these things abide along the time with the disciples.